We're entering my favorite time of the year. I absolutely love Christmas time and eat up all of the Christmas shows and movies. So one of my first for the season is the Netflix original series Dash and Lily. Is this a holiday delight that shouldn't be missed? A holiday romance builds as two people trade dreams and dares in a notebook that they pass back and forth throughout various locations in New York City. Dash is played by Austin Abrams, and he's a bit of a loner. He has friends, but he's overly mature compared to the rest of his peers. He's also very cynical when it comes to the holidays. Midori Francis plays Lily, and she is artistic, creative, bubbly, and optimistic. She's also sensitive and very vulnerable. There are a few other characters that help to round out the cast. Dante Brown is Boomer, and he plays Dash's best friend. He's wise, he's loyal, he's great to watch on screen, and he is truly a really good friend. Troy Iwata as Langston. He's Lily's older brother, and he does provide some encouragement, but he also brings some of his own drama into the story. James Saito is Arthur. He's Lily's grandfather. He is always great on screen. I love how relatable he is as a grandfather. He's trying to navigate his expectations with his grandkids, but also balance that with reality. As Dash and Lily trade thoughts through the notebook, we get to see both sides of their story. And I really like this because it's a he said, she said type of storytelling, and it works really well. Because we get to see a lot of insight individually into our characters as they write down their thoughts, and even as they change them, and they go through this internal editing almost like, well, do I want to share this? Well, yeah, I think I'll share it. No, maybe I shouldn't say this because it makes me look this way. No, I'm going to say it. So it does become a really effective way to show our characters, to build our characters, and to give them development. The setting of New York is fun as the characters travel the city to complete each other's dares. Now, these aren't like daring feats of skill. I mean, these are more like experiential types of things. Like maybe eating a food that has a weird topping on it that you wouldn't necessarily try. Or going to a place that is normally busy, but now it's not. Even taking the time to just view some holiday decorations. These are the types of dares that we're talking about. What that does is that builds this relationship between two people who have not met. The soundtrack in this is awesome. There are so many fun songs and genres. And Jewish punk? Yeah, I didn't know it was a thing, but it's in here and it's awesome. I appreciate that this isn't always just sweetness, that there is some drama that's interjected, so it keeps the story fresh, it helps to build it, and it's not just that saccharine type of like always cute all the time, and that makes it completely unrealistic. I mean, we're watching characters navigate their emotions and their thoughts, and it feels real then. You have this sense of relatability because the characters are being vulnerable to each other and they're sharing hurts or there's disappointment that happens in addition to all of the fun that goes on. And as we go through funny moments and awkward conversations and even frustrating misunderstandings, this builds well-rounded characters. This is a romantic comedy that is spread out over 8 episodes, and that may seem like it's drawn out a bit, but really because we're seeing the story told from 2 different people's perspectives, we need that time. We need to see this situation play out from this person's perspective and then see the exact situation play out from this person's perspective and how they meet. And it's so engaging. And you need it to build that meaningful story. I mean, I was drawn in to the conversation that our characters are having. I was also mad sometimes because I just wanted them to put the game away and go and actually meet and have a conversation face to face, because I knew that the longer they continue this, they're setting up the opportunity for disappointment or miscommunication or something, just hurt feelings, whatever that is, because it's just bound to happen. It's funny to say though that our 2 leads had an amazing amount of chemistry together, even though they're not really on screen together. Now, I'm not sure if this is scheduled to go into future seasons, but I really hope that it's a limited series. I liked how it wrapped up. It had a good resolution to it. I mean, the story feels complete. It feels finished. I could see how they could continue it on, but I don't want them to. I like it sitting in this own little world. It becomes just this holiday show that I want to revisit year after year. I appreciate the dialogue in this also. It's fun and it's witty. And it does retain the feel of teenagers writing back and forth, but they're intelligent teenagers. It's not filled with like every 3 words. Like, I was like totally gonna I don't know. We were gonna like go down to the mall and well, then he called and I don't know. Just slap me. That's stupid. You haven't even said anything. And luckily, The show doesn't fall into that trap at all. The writing is intelligent, and it's witty, and it's funny at times, and it's heartwarming, and it twangs your emotions, and it picks at your heartstrings at all the right times. This is a fun ride with some really likable characters. And there are even a couple of characters who are mildly annoying, but they're not so much so that you want to throttle them or that they ruin it when they're on screen. What they really do is help to make our main characters that much more endearing. I think this is a great addition to holiday viewing, and I am looking forward to watching it year after year. And it's not just for the young, it's for anyone who's young at heart or that enjoys a good romantic story. There's some sex, no nudity, some profanity, but no violence. I give Dash and Lily 4.5 out of 5 couches. What's your go-to holiday movie or show? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, please give it a like. Also, don't forget to share and subscribe. I'm Chris. This is Movies and Munchies. Thanks for couching with me.